Germany, it's a hell of a view, I'm told, as I look out of any huge picture window within the Bavarian Alps to Austria and beyond. Well, that it was last week. Today? Not a great deal. I can see perhaps a dozen feet at night glass before a thick white fog obscures the lake. Small, wet flakes of snow blow around inside the wind like great schools of fish darting out from the way of the predator. All in all, it's a fairly crappy day. They are driving the new 2018 BMW M550i X-Drive, even so the show must embark on. These conditions forced BMW to hastily fit the Q5 Series parked outside with winter tires, which made the engineers available quite grumpy. It's besides the rear-biased nature with the X-Drive all-wheel drive system that prompted the caution, but additionally the M550i's 4.4-litre twin-turbo V8, which packs 456 horsepower and 480 pounds-to-feet of torque, these on offer from just 1,800 revolutions per minute. Until the arrival from the G30 M5, this can be the king of the revolutionary 5 Series family. It also offers us some clues regarding the next M5, and that is due later this coming year. In case you missed what is the news, it will likewise feature all-wheel drive. So, rapidly gloomy fog, today needs to be illuminating. The bit of snow swirling around and meltwater flowing within the road will unquestionably give the X-Drive system something to take into account. Plus, well, the sound on the M550i's engine somehow makes everything seem okay. It's an enormous, deep, old-school V8 noise. But as the soundtrack is soft and mellow at low revs, solution is anything but. Even the slightest tickle of throttle, from as small as 1,500 revolutions per minute, covers this 4,372-pound sedan and hurls it headlong into your fog. I guess I was accountable for thinking of this $73,095 BMW as exactly the warm-up act with the M5, as well as another instance of BMW leveraging the once Hello Dem badge using a product without having a hint of motorsports rolling around in its blood. Pretty soon, though, my apathy is evaporating, plus the idea of an luxurious, all-weather, and undemanding 5 Series with near M5 performance but a much more laid-back attitude appears like a fine idea. The M550i X-Drive will launch from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.9 seconds, quicker compared to F10 generation M5, thanks mostly into your all-wheel drive traction, and also slips along silently when you need. Also it always feels secure, unruffled, and almost agile. As is increasingly common in performance cars, tapping the M550i's full potential requires some priming. Usually that will mean selecting Sport or Sport Plus modes and accepting some compromises. Not here. Do you just like the gearbox programming in Sport, but hate the heavier steering? Love an added tension imbued from the most aggressive Sport Plus suspension plus much more lenient stability control settings, but can't stand the super responsive throttle pedal? Well, there's now a Sport Plus individual setting that enables you to combination settings to fit your tastes. According to engineers, to build the ultimate M550i, you'll in addition want the revised Integral Active Steering, BMW's rear steering system, which comes as part from the $3,600 dynamic handling package. It's a box worth ticking since you also get adaptive M suspension plus an active roll stabilization, active roll bars similar to Porsche's PDCC system. Our test cars had the adaptive suspension, which sits 0.4 inch below that of humbler 5s, yet not rear wheel steering or active roll bars. Despite the chassis trickery built in to conceal the M550i's weight and dimensions, as well as the hobbling 18-inch Michelin winter tires instead in the stock 20 inches, this big sedan changed direction as good as. A little understeer can be felt on turn into mountain hairpins, but grip levels remain high and traction from mid-corner is exceptional. Despite carrying itself similar to a traditional rear-drive BMW, the M550i felt composed and never heavily dependent upon electronics. In fact, stability control intervention was noticeable mostly by its absence. back down much better sea level. Additionally, on fast, gently curving roads, the M550i xDrive is constantly on the inspire confidence. Steering is smooth and accurate. The ride, aided with the smaller diameter winter rubber, certainly, is controlled but soothes away the few stretches of bad surface we encounter, and also the engine always have so much in reserve. The V8 sees hard at low revs, after which pulls cleanly on the limiter. As you move, the 8-speed automatic box is smooth and decisive, kicking extremely slightly when changed manually using the shift paddles. The engine sounds fantastic, too. There's real menace to your way it trips up toward the limiter, but definitely the exhortation on the blown V8 could be the bassy rumble whenever you crack open the throttle from 2000 revolutions per minute roughly. You couldn't mistake the distant bellow for anything aside from a V8. This is one from the first BMWs I've tried the location where the Sport and Sport Plus settings feel too well judged. Steering doesn't get heavy and gloopy while you toggle up through Eco Pro then Comfort modes. The throttle pedal doesn't suddenly become binary, and I didn't consider it wise to fiddle with all the individual profile by any means. Nice to find out it's there, though. Beyond the graceful, powerful, and super secure dynamics, the M550i xDrive gets most stuff right. The updated iDrive infotainment system includes a 10.25-inch screen with an all-new tile capability, allowing the driver to consider up to 5 functions while doing so. It is intuitive and quick. While the rest with the interior isn't exactly stuffed with invention and type, quality is high, ergonomics are sound, therefore you emerge from long journeys barely taxed in any way. The whole vibe with the car melds pretty extreme performance that has a quiet feeling of control to beguiling effect. It's such as previous generation M5, just dialed into 8.5. And therein lies the rub. Although the M550i provides an enjoyable soundtrack along with an impressive all-wheel drive setup that is like career drive one, a few will find the package for being overly effortless and not enough. While there's an abundance of speed being had, there's no sense of urgency. If you're looking for a fast luxury sedan having an M on its rump, the M550i xDrive has you covered. Those prepared to sacrifice ride comfort for faster shifts, greater agility, and a much more palpable sense of control of an existing, however, will perform well to wait to the G30 M5. 2018 BMW M550i xDrive specifications on sale now. Price $73,095. Engine 4.4 liters twin turbo dock 32 valve V8 456 horsepower at 5,500 to 6,000 revolutions per minute. 480 pounds to feet at 1,800 to 4,750 revolutions per minute. Transmission 8-speed automatic layout, 4-door, 5-passenger, front engine. AWD sedan. EPA mileage 16.25 miles per gallon. City/highway LXWXH 195.4 by 73.5 by 57.8 in wheelbase, 117.1 in weight, 4,372 pounds. 0 to 60 miles per hour 3.9 seconds. Top speed 130 to 155 miles per hour.